This is your morning brief for Thursday, May 23rd. First Quantum was down 10% yesterday, and it's not good news. It's not just company specific, but it's bad news, geopolitical news. So Zambia stripped this company, Vedanta, I think I got that right, of a mining license and proposes more taxes. So they run this mine. This Vedanta runs this KCL mine, I think it was called, and the government is just taking it over. This is one of the risks you face when buying mining companies, especially in Africa, and that's why when you get one with a jurisdiction, Canadian or U.S., you really have taken some risks off the table. But sometimes you have no choice if you want to be in this sector. And then crazy stuff like this happens. So, they basically just took it over, and they're looking for a different investor altogether and just kick you out. And I guess it's their right. It's the way it is. And other African nations are looking to raise taxes on foreign mining operations as well. So, First Quantum was down 10%. It's down about 30% for the month. So it's really taking a beating. So we do own it in our model portfolio. So unpredictable thing that happened, and I gotta believe it's priced in at this point, but it doesn't make me feel any better. We'll hold on to it. If we can get a little bit higher, we might take some off the table. That's a tough one. That's a tough pill to swallow, because what are you going to do? Okay, a couple of earnings reports out. Best Buy, quite good. Revenue is in line, while the bottom line was a beat, and same-store sales were a little bit of a beat. They only did 1.1% increase in same-store sales, but it was still a beat. I do think this is an incredible turnaround story. Just 3 years ago or so, they were in some serious trouble. Really, what an amazing turnaround, and it looks good in our work too. So glad to see them keep it going. It's a pretty awesome turnaround. Ross Stores will report after the bell, so it's kind of like our TJ Maxx that we talked about earlier this week, and I would expect it to be very similar to TJ Maxx. Infrastructure is on hold. An infrastructure proposal. There was a meeting yesterday with Trump and Pelosi and Chuck Schumer, and it was over before it began. I try not to get too political. Sometimes I do interject my own political view, but I really want to stick to how it affects the stock market. But Trump just walked out of the meeting. He just said, unless you stop investigating me, we're not going to do any bills, which is, it's just bizarre. Even the Nixon administration, in 2 weeks before he was impeached, was still signing bills into law. So I don't know what's going to happen, but that's not good. Infrastructure was just the deal of the day. They're going to have to raise the debt ceiling. If Trump's not even going to come to the table unless they take off the investigations, which they're not going to do. I don't know where this stands. I don't know what will happen. Okay. Futures are still down. Just more U.S.-China trade war kind of concerns, and when is this going to get done? And it's just not a happy time in the market. It's just rough. And one of the hardest hit areas is the semis. I looked up some more pre-market stuff, and none of them are doing well in pre-market. It's not going to be a good day on the semis, but these are opportunities. Okay, let's not lose sight of the longer term. Some deal will get done, something will happen. There's some issues, absolutely, but these stocks, in my opinion, are finally giving us a really good opportunity. I'm not going to predict, to be honest, if they could go lower. Yeah, absolutely. They could bounce right back, later this afternoon, and never see these prices again. All I know is they're cheap, and I don't think the overall trade threat, although it's definitely a short-term issue, I don't think it's a long-term issue. So This is when you're a long-term buy and hold, and you just got to buy some of these and take your medicine if they keep going down. Buy a little more even. And if like I said, they're cheap, so they could just as easily go up. So I don't, I don't like to. I'm not hedging on that. I'm just telling you how the market works. We can't predict the short run. The long run, which is the strangest thing, is easier to predict than the short run. I can tell you what I'm doing tomorrow. I can't tell you what I'm doing 5 years from now. Stock market's the opposite. I don't know what's going to happen tomorrow, but 5 years from now, I'm sure semiconductors are going to be still made, still doing well. Huge part of our society, the way we run things, the way we run the world. Okay, Raptors and Bucks go tonight, Game 5. The series is tied 2-2. This should be a barn burner. Nothing going on in the NHL till Monday when the Stanley Cup Finals will start. So that's your morning brief for Thursday, May 23rd. Let's find some gems.